and welcome to the 5th ever episode of Gramble On. I'm Steve, this is Bob, and hopefully you guys still have some money. I know we do. If it wasn't for Saturday was a big day for us.
Saturday was huge for us. If you guys stopped gambling on Saturday, good fucking on you.
Great decision.
So yeah, all the way up to the end of Saturday, we were at 75%, and then we got doogied on Sunday.
We had some chalk, Bob. Iowa, chalk.
Yep.
Michigan, chalk. Bama, chalk. Michigan State, chalk.
Boston College, even with Djokovic not there, chalk. Nailed it all. Went 6 for 8 in college.
Hey,
went
it feels
3
good.
for 4
It feels good when all of our wins were, there was no worries behind it.
You know, if we were winning, we were winning. If we were losing, we were losing by a lot. There was no
not a lot of sweat on Saturday.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Not a lot of sweat on Sunday. It was either fuck or yes.
Yeah. The only thing I was sweating in was my bed sheets because I went to bed early.
But yeah, and NFL we went 33%. We went 3 for 9. Overall 57%. We nailed it.
Right where we want to be.
But yeah, we ate it on Sunday. But hey, you know.
By the way, guys, I'm drinking wine tonight because talk things into existence. I feel like if I'm being classy today, I'll have enough money to be classy on Monday.
Just being classy bitches over here. So let's get into to our picks for this weekend. Before that, here's our losses, and here's our wins. All right. So on to this weekend. This weekend is
touchdown. Let's go, Bob.
Let's go, Bob. We'll
get into that later, but
yeah. So for tonight, we'll just talk about that. We got Houston versus Tulane. We got Houston minus 6.5, and we have the Rams minus 2. We think that both games are going to come out. Houston definitely is the better pick of the two. But yeah. So in the fight world, we have one that we've been talking about for 6+ months. We got
third one. Are you going Fury with this?
Yeah, so it's the third one, Wilder versus Fury. I'm still mulling it over in my head, so please pay attention to the description, because that I'll definitely have it locked down by tomorrow. But there's 2 ways that you can play this.
The more I'm thinking about it, Bob was talking to me earlier, and he was talking about how Wilder just, like he said, he punched somebody on the fucking top of the head and knocked him out. All of his punches can make up for all of his mistakes. He does got that power. Fury's gonna dance around him and be the gypsy little motherfucker that he's always been.
And never trust a gypsy.
Exactly, never trust a gypsy. Never trust a gypsy. But especially with your wallet. Especially with your wallet. That's why it's hard to bet on Fury, because why would you give money to a gypsy?
That's right.
You're never gonna get that money back.
I understand we live in America, but if you are giving money to a gypsy, you're losing that money.
Don't expect to get it back.
Yeah.
That's why I think the best bet here is the over 7.5. I think they're gonna start slow.
I like the over at 7.5. The over at 7.5 is minus 125. That's a good bet. Fury and the over is pretty good, or you can go plus 200 with Wilder. Really, any way that you kind of go with this, I think it's a good bet. Like Wilder, if he has a good corner and they taught him well, he's got a shot at beating Fury. Fury is definitely, hands down, one of the best boxers ever. He just understands the game. He treats it like a chess match, and Wilder is definitely playing checkers. But hey, that doesn't mean that this man doesn't get fucking kinged. All right.
I like that.
And Wilder can shut anybody's lights out. He can punch a tank and shut somebody's fucking lights out.
But Bob, here's the thing: is I feel like Wilder's corner is going to tell him to tire out Fury because Fury's going to be so defensive and so technical in the first few rounds. He's not going to get that knockout punch. That's why I like the over, is because I don't think Wilder's really going to start throwing those bombs until maybe the 5th, 6th round.
Right, and and that's what I'm kind of looking at, and it seems like it's worth my money. Let me just look that up right now. Just even the over by itself.
The over by itself is at -130.
Is that -130? So that's worth your time. So I might take that and I might put that with my UFC picks and do another round robin. But like I said, in the description is going to be the actual pick that I'm going to go with. But those are the 3 ways that I would do it. Either take Wilder straight up, take the over straight up, or take the over and Fury. So whichever way that you can
Manipulate that.
Yeah, manipulate that to get it.
And just on a final note with this one, if you're thinking Wilder plus the over, you might as well just bet Wilder by knockout.
Right.
Because once he gets to the 8th round, he ain't winning by decision.
That is a true story. So,
just food for thought there.
So going into the UFC, not that big of a nobody on the card is really that big of a name, which is good for us. It's good for us to make money.
Not for me. I have no idea who any of these people are.
Right.
So, take the stage.
This is where we handicap it. So first fight right off the bat is Alexander Romanov versus Jared Vanderaa. Vanderaa is not that talented of a fighter. Alexander is a good wrestler. He's 14-0. He should knock him the fuck out or choke him out. He has an Ezekiel choke, which, fuck, if you can pull that off, well then, you're pretty fucking talented, especially against these lower ranked guys. So I'm going to take Alexander Romanov. Chris Gutierrez versus Felipe Colares.
Felipe Colares versus Chris Gutierrez.
Yes, I'm going to take Chris Gutierrez. He has a better record. He's a little bit faster. Felipe's not going to really catch up with him. Then number 3 on the list, Randy Brown versus Jared Gordon. Jared Gordon's just big and fucking, Gooden, sorry. Jared Gooden, not Gordon. I looked up Gordon.
He's good.
Yeah. So
but is he good enough?
Jared Gooden is just kind of a brute. And Randy Brown has a good wide stance. He'll be able to box him up. That'll probably go 3 rounds. But Randy Brown should be able to come out of that one. Tim Elliott and this is where it starts to get a little shaky. Tim Elliott and you want to try to say his name?
Tim Elliott and Matthias Nicolau.
All right, sounds good.
Nicolau.
So watching these 2 fight.
Nicolau.
So Tim Elliott is
Matthias Nicolau.
Tim Elliott is a underdog in this fight. This should definitely be a pick'em. These two
are you picking him just because you can pronounce his name and not the other one?
Well, yeah, basically. This should be a pick'em fight. Tim Elliott shouldn't be. He shouldn't be giving that many points, and I think he can pull it off. But also, this is the reason why we're doing a round robin, is because I think him as number 4. He's my shaky one. After that, then we're kind of getting into a little bit more shaky territory. Phil Paz is fighting Darren Wynn. Darren Wynn, he trained with Habib. He trained with DC. He's short, fat like DC. He's a really good wrestler, and Phil Paz tells himself he's a wrestler. I think if it comes down to wrestling alone, Darren Wynn's taking this thing all fucking day. The only way that Phil Hawes is going to win is by boxing him. But if he ends up boxing him, Darren Wynn is so short that it's going to throw off all of his punches. And I think Darren Wynn just takes him to the cage and puts him down and grinds it out, and that's why I'll take Darren Wynn plus 200. Fucking go for it. And then our last fight, we got Mackenzie Dern versus Marina Rodriguez. Normally I don't bet women's fights. Just like I said in the week 3 video.
Way to get rid of all our feminist viewers.
It's just it's just that the women's division is at a point where it's in a weird fucking
It is
place.
unpredictable.
It's so unpredictable. There's only 5 fighters that I can count that are predictable, and they're all minus fucking 1,200. You know, you got Valentina Shevchenko, you got Amanda Nunes, you got Rose Namajunas, Weili Zhang, and fucking Jessica Andrade. Those are really the only.
They're only fighting each other, too.
Right, and they're only fighting each other. Which also, when Rose fights Weili, fuck yeah, I'm betting on that fight because they're both going to be reasonable. But anything outside of it, it's either you're going to a coin flip or you know, or it's just not. It's so far gone that it's not even worth betting on. But I think this fight is definitely worth betting on. I think you can really handicap this fight. Mackenzie Dern, dangerous on the ground. Absolutely a fucking assassin when it comes to jiu-jitsu. Marina Rodriguez, an amazing Muay Thai fighter. And talented on the ground. A lot of people aren't really giving her that much credit for that, and everybody's going towards Mackenzie Dern, saying that she's gonna fucking snap an arm off or choke her to fucking death. There is no... I don't know why you can stand on that. It can happen, but every round starts on the feet. And Mackenzie Dern can't fucking box. So why are we giving her that much credit? I'm going to take Marina Rodriguez. I think she's the underdog that is going to pull it out. So I'm taking Marina Rodriguez. And that's it for me in the fight world.
Right,
let's head on over to college.
On to the money maker. That's a real money maker right there.
Real money maker. Here we go. Where you want to start? All right, let's start off with Oklahoma minus 3.5 versus Texas.
This is gonna be a fun game to watch, folks. I'm not impressed with Oklahoma. I think they are due for a upset loss. Granted, Texas beating them, it's still technically an upset, but not as big as what could have happened in the last 3 weeks. They've been very underwhelming, very unimpressive. I mean, and I think Vegas knows that, and that's why they're only laying 3.5 points in this game. Which I think that line is probably right on. Usually in this situation, Oklahoma should be laying like 10. I don't really like the game. It's a rivalry game at Texas. Usually, I like in these situations, you take a home dog in a rivalry game. I love taking home dogs in a rivalry game. Personally, probably going to stay away from it. But if anything, Texas plus the points. Or also, like we said, this is a good money line plus points game to bet. Texas money line, get them at plus 120. It's a good bet. It's gonna be a close game. Vegas has this spread on the button. I think it's gonna end up a 3-point game.
Just which side is it gonna be?
Who has the ball last? That's what it's gonna come down to.
Let's move on to Michigan State minus 5.5 against Rutgers.
Sorry, everybody out there. Take your grandma's purse, take your mom's purse, take your girlfriend's purse, your boyfriend's purse, and all the money out of the register at work, and put it on Michigan minus 5.5. I guarantee you'll be able to pay them back, and you'll have a bunch of free money in your pocket. And if they don't, Don't come to me when you get arrested.
And so, and we were talking. Me and Steve were talking this out. I was worried. Like,
who was?
Is there a trap? Is there a trap to this game? I think we're overthinking it. Steve had a good point.
I said you're acting like the 16-year-old girl that her boyfriend didn't text her back because he was playing ball with his boys, and she's like, does he not like me anymore because he hasn't texted me back in 45 minutes? No, dude, don't overthink it. Michigan State has been paying us all fucking year. They're laying 5 against Rutgers. There's nothing to overthink. We got no injuries, nothing. This is fucking chalk.
Hammer it.
Hammer it. We're riding the train. I mean, I'm going to bet Michigan State until they don't pay me.
Right. Why not?
Why not?
Wouldn't you? Did Tulane just score? Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I think they did. Yeah, it is what it is. Tie game.
Sorry, we got a lot riding on the fucking Houston game. Alright.
Oh, wait, no, they didn't. That was a highlight. That was an X-highlight. We got the ball back.
Alright. Jesus Christ.
Alright, cut that one out. Back.
Yeah. Alright, back to BYU -5.5 versus Boise State.
I like this one no matter what quarterback is playing. Boise State has been terrible this year. BYU, like I was saying to Bob earlier, they're a run-first team anyways, so honestly, I don't think it matters who's under center. I mean, obviously, we'd prefer the starter to be in there. He's expected to start from all the reports we have read. He's expected to start. But either way, I like BYU, and I feel like that's probably why it's at 5.5 on Thursday right now, is because if we wake up tomorrow and he's definitely in the starter, it'll probably get bumped up to 7.
Yeah.
But even then, I'll still take him at 7.
It looks like it already moved to 6 right now.
Yeah, so I like BYU -6, even up to 7. Once you get up into that 7.5 territory, buy the point back down to 7. That's all I gotta say.
Georgia Auburn under 45.5.
Maybe?
We like it, but we're probably not gonna gamble on it.
Yeah. I mean, it's SEC football, top 10. Georgia's on the road in Auburn. Auburn always plays up to their competition at home in big SEC games. Georgia being one of those games. Who knows what Bo Nix does? He might throw 3 picks. He might throw 3 touchdowns. He is so unpredictable. But also, here's the thing is, Georgia, I think Auburn's going to stay with Georgia throughout the game. So it really comes down to how many points Georgia scores.
Yeah, basically. Iowa -1.5 against Penn State.
Alright, this is one of the games of the year, guys and gals. This game's going to be, I mean, it's 3 versus 4, Big Ten matchup. It's going to be one of the best games. It's going to be comparable to, the national championship game. It's definitely going to be one of those games. I like Iowa simply because they're at home. I've been riding Iowa all year. I'm going to keep riding with my team Iowa. I was saying to Bob earlier, this game, it's a pick'em. It really is going to come down to whoever has the ball last. Hopefully, Iowa's got the ball in their hand, or maybe Penn State's down by 4 and having to drive with a minute left. I mean, it's going to be one of those games.
We also like the over 40.
We do like the over. We do like the over, but
it's going to be close.
It's going to be close.
With that over, it might get to 42.
This is definitely not a money-making game, but it's definitely it's one of those games that's going to be fun to watch with no money on it, and if you put even $10 on it, it's going to be one hell of a game. You're going to have a lot of fun. Fucking break out the Buffalo Chick Dip, your best 6-pack, and fucking put a little bit of money on this game, and you're going to have the time of your life. But no matter which way you go, still going to have a good time. I'm saying go Iowa and make it a little bit more fun at the end of the game.
Michigan -3.5 against Nebraska.
Let's go. Nebraska has been spread beaters all year long. They have been winning, but they've been beating the spread. I know as a fan, Bob was like, "Is this just a fan bet?" And it potentially is, but they've been good. Usually, knowing Michigan, this is the time of year when they start getting good, and they've been good. So like, I think they're gonna hit a second gear.
And Nebraska's just really gotten lucky.
Yeah.
So, I see Michigan running away with this game.
I think 3.5 is a little too low. I think this game should be more at 6.
I think it should be even higher than that, to be
So,
honest with you.
I like 3.5.
But I think because of the previous scores of Nebraska.
Oh, Houston.
That's why we're there.
Houston, another touchdown.
Woo, there we go.
Let's go.
All right.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Right.
Now we're moving on to Bama minus 18 against Texas Tech.
I mean, this is one of those. Bama is like that ex-girlfriend that you want to get rid of, but you can't keep calling her every once in a while. I mean,
I'm okay.
I know she's going out with a guy that's way hotter than me, but I'm still gonna hit her up. They might be 3-2 against the spread. They're always laying a lot of points, but like I said to Bob, Bama laying anything less than 20 points, I'm taking it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're just gonna run away with the game, and they still gotta stay in that number 1 spot, so they have to run away with the game. And then last, Oregon State versus Washington State. Oregon State minus 3.5.
I like it.
I like it. Washington State hasn't really proven anything to us, and Oregon State's been playing
They've been playing good ball. They've been playing good ball.
So it's worth our time.
They are the favorite in the money, but which watch out for the fixes in, but that's here nor there.
All right.
And then on NFL.
NFL, we got a whole lot of Yeah, a whole lot of We're going to talk every game out like we always do. But please pay attention to the description because
there's not much here this week.
We're really going to kind of dial this in. Pay attention to Twitter. We're going to dial this in coming up to Sunday. There's a decent amount of injuries, and there's a lot of lines that are like, ooh, that looks tempting, but I don't know if it's going to fucking come out.
Yeah. So let's get into it and break.
All right.
So it's a little.
But yeah, so let's start off with tonight's game. We got the Rams -2 against the Seahawks.
We like the Rams. We're going Big Pop on this one. Big Pop upstairs likes the under. I don't mind it either.
I don't mind the under on that one either.
But Rams -2. Seahawks are they're flaky, man. I mean, see, here's the thing that scares me too is because I know that the Rams are going to get a shit ton of pressure on Rusty, but I almost feel like Russell Wilson performs better under that pressure.
A little bit, yeah, but also
But then again, he's not fucking Superman. He's not going to get away from everything.
He's also not the Russell Wilson of 3 years ago.
That's true.
He's not as fast as he used to be.
That is true.
Father Time is the only person that's undefeated, and he looks like he's beating up on Russell Wilson.
Tom Brady is putting up a fight.
He's putting up a damn good fight. Yeah, that might change from Father Time and Tom Brady are the only people that are undefeated. All right, let's move on to Jets and Falcons. Falcons -3.5. The over/under is 46.
I like the under in this one. Naturally, I have 46. Both teams are kind of shitty. They don't score. They give up a lot of points. I know the Jets just came off of a big win against the Tennessee Titans. I think it was more of a fluke than anything. But Bob, can you tell them about the prop bet that you found?
What in the?
Oh, I'm thinking of a different game.
Yeah, we're talking about the
I'm thinking
Patriots
of a different
Texans.
game.
But we'll move right on to that.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jets Falcons under 46. Patriots -9.5 against the Texans. 39.5 is the over/under. So found a good prop bet that I think that we're gonna go with. Kind of going off of week 1 when Steve said I will bet the fucking house that nobody hits 20 points. This is a good bet to take.
Another one.
You can go with the 20 that nobody gets the 20 points. That's plus 360. We say, hey, why not take 5 more points? It's only minus 103.
And mind you,
I like it.
The over-under in this game is 39.5, so Vegas is already telling us that one team is not even going to come close to 20. Especially with the spread at 9.5, so basically Vegas is trying to tell us that this game is going to be 30-10. Patriots, Texans, essentially.
Trying to, at least.
Trying to. We're saying Patriots won't get to 30, they're going to score 24. I like Texans. I like how Vegas is saying Texans won't score more than 10. Hey, why don't we just say no one's going to score 25 or more points? Minus 103. It's better odds than any line or any spread.
Right.
I like it. And if you're getting ballsy, and I mean, hey, this could be a 17-13 game. It's going to be an ugly game.
It's ballsy, though.
Ballsy, but I think 25 safe, minus 103. Good bang for your buck right there.
Wouldn't hammer it. Could happen, but most likely, throw it in.
Throw it in a parlay, if anything.
Yeah. We're moving on to the Lions, Vikings. Vikings are minus 7.5. The over-under is 48.5.
Don't like it.
Don't like it.
If anything, I kind of like the over in this game, but I'm not touching that game. I'm staying away from it.
Yeah, it definitely is a little bit. It's right on the nose. Vegas has it picked correctly.
Yeah.
Eagles, Panthers. Panthers minus 4. Over-under is 45.5 or 45.
As an Eagles fan, I'm saying this. I kind of like Panthers minus 4. They, in a route, and I know the Cowboys kind of let off the gas at the end of the game last week, and in a way kind of let them back in the game, but I think the Panthers are the real deal. I think that defense is the real deal. The Eagles, they're not the real deal. I can't bet against my Eagles. Bob was saying the over. I don't like that either.
Yeah, we don't think the Eagles are going to put up enough points to justify that.
Yeah, that Panthers defense is legit. I mean, I know they just gave up 36 against the Cowboys, but the Cowboys are a top 5 offense. I'm a firm believer. This might be the first time in my life that I've been like, Cowboys are legit. They are. They are a legitimate team. Honestly, if I was the Panthers coach, I would be like, hey boys, you shouldn't really beat yourself up for giving up 36 against the Cowboys. They're fucking, especially in Dallas. That's one of the best offenses in the league. So on that note, I think the Eagles potentially might get held to 3 points this game. So,
but we're gonna stay away from it. So we're moving on to Saints minus 1.5. The against Washington. The over/under is 44.5.
I like the over in here.
Love the over.
Love the over. Both teams are averaging about 20 points a game. I think that Vegas has this line right on the dot at 1.5, 2 points, whichever way you want to look at it. And with that being said, I trust Washington to put up 20 to 23 points. And I'm basically basing this all off of Washington, and it's gonna be a close game. So I think both teams I think the spread is right. It's gonna be a 1-possession game. It's gonna be won by 1 to 3 points, but I believe both teams will score 20 points. I think it's gonna be maybe a 23 to 20 game, which is under. But
it's going to be that close.
It's going to be one of those. Both teams are going to score 20. I think it's enough where the spread is telling me with how both teams score that putting it together, I like the over. I just got a feeling, and especially if one team breaks out and gets a few extra points. If one team scores 30 in this game, it's an easy over.
Right.
Easy
Exactly.
over. You know?
Yep, and that's all we need out of him.
And I think, like I said, it's going to be a close game. So even if you catch a 24-21, there it is. Boom, over. So.
Titans -4 against the Jags. 48.5 is the over/under.
So all that money that you took from your grandma's purse, your mom's purse, and your girlfriend's purse, and put on Michigan State,
and that register. Remember that.
And that register, yeah.
Don't put it back in the register.
Take all that and put it on the Titans -4. We're doubling down on all the grandma's monies in the fucking world, and we're taking Tennessee -4. I know they might have just lost to the Jets, but guess what? It's an absolute shit show in Jacksonville. Fucking Urban Meyer can't even keep his dick in his pants. Like, he doesn't even want to be a part of the team. Can't even go on the same fucking flight as them. Wants to go back to... Well, like, oh yeah, we lost. You guys go figure it out. I'm gonna go get my dick sucked at my own fucking bar. They're legitimately, the players are legitimately laughing their coach out of the room. It is just not a good situation. There's a lot of things that Jacksonville needs to figure out on their own before they even figure out who they're playing. And for that reason, I am taking Tennessee -4.
All day. We were thinking the under too, but definitely Titans -4. So let's move on to Dolphins, Buccaneers. Bucks are -10.5. The over/under's 48. I like the under, but
I like Bucks -10, but
who knows?
Yeah,
who knows on this one? We got plenty more games to play. Why? We're doubling down on the Titans. Fuck it. Like, we don't need this game.
We don't.
So we're gonna
all we
stay
need
away
is
from it.
Urban Meyer's fucking girlfriend from Cincinnati to give him a phone call in the middle of the game. That's all we need.
And then moving on, Packers -3 against the Bengals.
I love
50 is the over/under.
I might be a bit of a Pack fan, Bob.
He
You guys
keeps
haven't
going,
noticed.
Pack, going, Pack, go, Pack, go.
Go, Pack, go. Until Aaron Rodgers retires, I'm fucking taking Aaron. He's just fun to watch. I've never been so happy to lose $200 betting a game. I don't know why.
So I don't know if I'm going to bring myself to bet on the Packers, but it is the smarter bet. Take the Pack -3. Little fun fact though, and Steve doesn't think that we should go with it, but I don't know, I might just stay away from the game altogether. But the Bengals haven't gone over 50 during regular time at all this whole season. So
Yeah, but also look who they've played.
I understand who they
the
played,
Steelers,
but they were
the Jacksonville Jaguars.
high-scoring games. You know, I don't know. I just think that under is worth a shot at it. You know,
The only way that under hits is if Bengals don't score 20 points. And I think they will. But Pack are guaranteed for a 30 spot like they always put up. And with
until they
Lane,
put up 3 points
and
against fucking the Saints.
They were figuring things out, alright? Fucking Aaron Rodgers finally stopped tripping balls from over the summer and all the mushrooms he took. Alright, you know, his hippie days are over. He's back into football. That's all that happened.
As you're gonna see, as these games get later, me and him start disagreeing more and more.
Yeah.
We're already almost at the 4 o'clock games, and then this is where we kind of fucking start to divide and get a little bit angry. Broncos, Steelers -1. The over/under is 49.5. The over
39.
is...
If it was 49,
Oh, sorry,
I'd be hammering that under.
Sorry, 39.5. That over/under is a fucking trap.
It is.
If you think
Absolute
that
trap.
game is going over, you're fucking lucky if it does.
Seriously.
There is no stat that I've seen that is going to point to that
you
over.
would think Ben Roethlisberger would have a strong arm for how often he jerks off, but I think he's probably fucking wasted all his energy on it, and the dude can't throw the ball past fucking 20 yards. So,
It's a trap. Stay away from the game. Do not bet that over.
It is a serious pick'em, but it is also gonna be an ugly fucking 13-10 game. So fuck that game.
Raiders minus 5.5 against the Bears. Over under is 45.5.
I like Raiders minus 5 in a way, but I like the over way better.
I like the over way better in that game too. We'll probably end up betting that game. I like that.
I'll bet that over.
Yeah.
Raiders are definitely going to score points. I think the Bears are kind of starting to turn a corner with Justin Fields.
They are, and that's what's kind of worrying me is that you really can't. These next few weeks with the Bears, we're gonna see what the Bears actually are. And we saw last week what the Bears were. They actually came out and fucking played a game, and fuck us for betting on it. But
to be fair, going into that too, you also don't expect the Lions to give up 3 turnovers in the red zone.
Right, exactly. So I mean, maybe it was right place, right time for the Bears. Maybe it was a flash in the pan. But the Bears showed us, hey,
I think, but the Bears
we're not just fucking chumps.
But it wasn't like they were getting the ball on the 20-yard line and scoring. They were driving the field and scoring points.
So we gotta give it to that. Let's move on to Browns minus 1 against the Chargers, and
Love
the
Chargers
over/under is 49.
Bob thinks that the Chargers are getting lucky. Yeah, all right. They're a fingertip away from potentially losing, potentially being tied. I mean, okay, yeah, even if that fingertip got hit, that means the Raiders still had to score a touchdown, still had to win a coin flip, still had to win the game.
Hey, I had the Raiders plus the points. All I needed was a field goal at that point in time.
You think they're kicking a field goal? You think John Gruden's like, yeah, I'll kick a field goal?
No. If the Raiders scored the touchdown and it goes into overtime, all I need is a fucking field goal.
That's true, but I believe the Chargers hype. Justin Herbert is one of the only people in NFL history to have 3 touchdowns and no interceptions in 8 games in their first 2 seasons. He's the real fucking deal, bro. They got lucky too because their GM they were high on both Tua and Justin Herbert, and they said yeah, we were comfortable in their position. They were like, we're comfortable. They liked both Tua and Herbert, and they said, yeah, you know what? We'll let the Dolphins make the pick, and whoever we end up with, we like both of them. So whoever we end up with, we like both of them. And well, goddamn, are they lucky? The Dolphins are the fucking Miami Dolphins because they took fucking. They took 2 turnovers and Justin Herbert is the real fucking deal, bro.
He is, but also let's also not get on Tua's ass, all right?
Tua.
The man, it's not that he's injury prone. He's in fucking bad situations, and he's getting hit that are not his fault.
Yeah, because Alabama was a bad situation to be in.
All right.
Just saying.
But anyways, on the Chargers, I did say Browns minus 1. That was the Tuesday line. It's already at Chargers minus 2. So obviously the money's going that way too. So we can't deny that. Let's move on. Giants and Cowboys. Cowboys are minus 7. 52.5 is the over/under.
I mean, I kind of wish I was a Cowboys fan this year because they're 4-0 against the spread. Yeah, and he hasn't even been betting them.
See, he doesn't remember when the Cowboys were good. He was born in '93, baby. All right.
Oh yeah.
I remember when the Cowboys were good.
Yeah,
when they were America's team.
Oh, Bob, you got some member berries in your pocket.
I remember.
Yeah.
But anyways, he is right. The Cowboys are fucking hot. They are playing a great game.
Big Cleveland Steamers. Great on the Giants. That's what's about to happen.
So
-7, lay the points.
Yeah, he's saying take it all the way up to almost 10.
Yeah.
I would really like it. Well, we're in New York, so Rivers is based out of basically New England. There's not a lot of money coming from anywhere else but New York. +7 to the Giants. I think if you wait this one out, you can get the Cowboys at 6.5, maybe even 6. So wait it out.
Even if it's at 7.5, buy the point. I honestly don't even buy the point. They're gonna beat them by 20.
I agree with you. I would just like it better at 6.5.
Yeah, it is a little bit safer to watch the game at 6.5, but let's not talk. I'll take the points.
Right, and I'll take
and that's a Giants fan.
Brucey's fucking bet all day.
Shout out,
fucking
tag Bruce Van Epps right now. Fucking, you want 7 points? Oh yeah,
take it. Keep giving it to
that's
fucking Rivers. That's what Bob. I get it at 6.
That's what Bob's saying. All the Giants fans are gonna be taking 7 points.
Give them the fucking money. Knock that line down. I'm good.
Cowboys are gonna shit all over the fucking Giants.
I'll take it all day. So I'm gonna wait on that one as almost up to game time, just because I think it'll go down, especially for our New Yorkers. I think you'll get a better bet at 4 o'clock than on Saturday, to be honest with you. Let's move to Cardinals -5.5. The over/under is 50.
You know, Bob earlier when we did our phone call earlier said, "When are you gonna start believing in the Cardinals?" I said not
Kyler
yet.
Murray's the fucking truth.
I said
bud.
not yet, and you know what? I milled over in the last few hours. I'm starting to believe, Bob.
You gotta
I'm
believe.
starting to fucking believe.
I mean, the man is doing shit that.
It's just unhuman.
He's pulling a lot of
He's
stuff.
making it look like a video game.
He is.
I wasn't even this good at video games. In video games, he's doing it in real life. I couldn't even do it in a fucking. I had Mike Vick and was getting sacked. Bullshit.
So yeah, so we're thinking the Cardinals -5.5. We like the over, but we like Cardinals -5.5 a little bit better. 49ers have a ton of injuries.
They're a bit injured. Who knows who's starting?
Let me see. 49ers, I think they got a laundry list of injuries, don't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got a decent amount of injuries. Yeah, I mean, you gotta kind of just say, all right, fuck it. We're gonna have to, as the 49ers, they're gonna have to basically be like, all right, we gotta throw this game away and come back a little bit stronger. I mean, they're going to get their best effort, but I don't know if that's going to be good enough against a Cardinals team that's fucking red.
Yeah, they're on fire.
1-3 against the spread. What are you going to do? You have to take the Cardinals at this point in time. This one, me and him completely disagree on. Bills, Mafia, I am on your side.
I will break this table.
Chiefs -2.5 against the Bills. Over/under is 56.5.
Fuck that over.
Go Bills. Let's go Bills.
Hey, prime time Patty Mahomes. That dude slings the rock. Chris Collinsworth is gonna be licking fucking Patty Mahomes' butthole by the end of the night because he loves him so much. Chiefs and Andy Reid, they're going to be eating cheeseburgers in Kansas City. It's just meant to be. The Bills have not played a good team all year. They've been playing bum. Yeah, they've been blowing out bum teams. Yeah, we're all professionals. They have not played a formidable opponent.
They blew out the Texans 40-0. That's a college score.
They said they blew out the Texans. Like, that's impressive.
That's what they should have done. Professionals.
That's what they should have done. That's what they should have done.
That game should have, like, a shutout.
Yeah.
A no-no.
It's unheard of. In Bills Mafia, it's a rookie quarterback, rain's pouring, they're throwing dildos at him. Like, what do you expect from the guy? It's a 4th-round pick. He was like, I'm just trying to figure out how to play this game, and I'm getting fucking smacked in the face with a dildo. Well, I can't even see in front of my face because it's raining. And I mean, I would have been like, I just want to go home.
I'm just saying, Bills are.
I mean, no offense to you, Davis Webb, but like, I feel bad for you, dude. You were put in a bad situation.
For them to sit here, for you to sit here and say that Kansas City is going to cover the spread, they might win the game. Sure.
Yes, I'm not saying cover the spread, but like that's the thing. It's 2.5. That's basically a pickup.
It basically is, but I'll take the Bills plus 2.5 all day.
You're dumb. If you're betting the Bills, bet the money line.
Kansas City is 1-3 against the spread. Bills are
because they've been laying 8
8
points every game.
Let's go down it. They laid Kansas City laid 3.5 against Baltimore. Didn't make it. Cleveland laid 5.5. Didn't make it. Yes, their last 2 games they laid 6.5 and 7.5. Okay. Bills laid 6.5 against Pitt, lost. Then laid 3.5, nailed it. 7.5, nailed it. -19, nailed it. Bills are on a roll. I don't understand how you're going to be. I understand if you take Kansas City. I understand that. But being that confident, you're out of your goddamn mind that you think that it's going to be a fucking.
But I feel like if the roles were reversed and the Bills were at home laying 2.5, I would go Bills -2.5. I think it's the prime time Chiefs at home, Patty Mahomes. I can't bet against Patty Mahomes laying 2 points.
And there's the disagreement, boys and girls.
Welcome to Gramble On.
Yeah, welcome to Gramble On. So Steve's gonna take the Chiefs -2.5. I'll take the Bills plus 2.5. And
hey, you want to bet 5 public push-ups on this?
Sure, why not? Fuck it, 5 public push-ups on it. And we'll do it on the next podcast. And then getting into Ravens -7.5 versus the Colts. Over/unders 46. Steve.
I think the spread's a little too high. Colts. I don't believe in the Colts. I love Carson Wentz, but he's not my teammate anymore, so I don't really care for him anymore. I love him. I don't like this game.
I don't like it either.
I'm gonna bet this game because honestly, when I come out of Sunday, it depends on where my bankroll's at. If it was like I need this money to fucking pay my electrical bill, I'd probably go with Colts plus 7.5.
I like that
to be honest.
I also kind of like the over, but really what it is you just don't know what the Colts are going to do.
Exactly.
So it's not so much that the Ravens are unpredictable, it's that the Colts are completely unpredictable. The Ravens are going to put up 25 fucking points or more. Boom. There you go with that. Colts, they could put up 3. They could put up 23. Who the fuck knows? And that's where we're sitting at, what do you
Vegas has been fucking nails on for these Monday night games.
they're really killing these Monday night games, and it's almost not worth playing around with. And the same as like Thursday's games. We're starting to realize that the NFL, the Thursday games are pretty hard to fucking pick too.
Yeah.
But anyways, so there's that.
So do you want to just run over what are we really betting?
No, we'll do it all in the description because it'll take us forever to fucking figure that out. But yeah, so hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Please follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook. It's the only way that we can get you the picks, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, have a good week.